It's a silver fox office for the box office foxes. It's a silver fox office with Elsie and Mike.
Kia ora, welcome to the Silver Fox Office, where we are on a quest to find the foxiest old guy in cinema. I'm Elsie.
And I'm Mike. Did you hesitate over your name for a second there?
I was going to say I'm Mike.
Oh God.
Speaking of Mike.
Full disclosure, we're recording in my lounge again.
Get off the bloody cable, you dipshit. I'm sorry. Girl.
The kittens are out, and they are full zoomy mode. Oh, walking across the laptop. Jesus Christ.
And we're fine.
Did she just turn it off?
She's done a really good job.
This morning,
her audio and visual skills are not the best.
I picked her up at one point, and I wasn't wearing a shirt, and she gave me the biggest scratch on my nipple. It goes like right down. Oh my God. Hang on, I'm going to show you my nipple right now. Just like, can you see... Right.
You little critter.
Like, it looks like, scar above his eyeball.
You got it to yourself.
There's my nipple.
You want to know how I got these? I picked the cat up shirtless. Never again.
I also want to say, our recording beforehand, we'd always do like a little test recording just to make sure it's sounding as okay as we can ever get it. And Elsie just said, "Did you see his bulge?"
I was referencing, so the previous episode, if you've listened to it, we had the lovely Jamie as a guest, and a very good friend of mine, Katrina, she listens to all of the episodes. She messaged me and was like, listening to this episode, it is so funny to me that Jamie is so polite and is like worried about talking over the top of us. Meanwhile, Mike and I are just squawking into the microphone saying things like, "Did you see his bulge?" Which kind of just sums up us in conversation compared to the average human being.
I think that's pretty much it.
It's like the most apt description.
Just us. Oh my God. I mean, I did show you my nip 20 seconds into this.
We got 20 seconds into the pod. Mike's got his tits out. That's just the energy that we want to bring to the show.
I really feel like we should do like a Saturday night recording once when we've both had a few wines and
Nothing makes me happier. Nothing on this point. If you thought this was bad,
there could be a good bonus episode.
There you go, Mike. After dark on the wines. Also, the kittens are going crazy. One is kicking the other in the head.
They are doing like death rolls. They are super zoomified, so we might have to kick them out. But if you hear yowling in the background, it's possibly us talking about foxes, or it's the cats. Who knows?
It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
I love running headfirst into the wall. Gosh. Anyway.
How you going?
I'm good. What have you been watching lately?
Well, I tell you what. We were just talking that it feels like so soon since we last recorded, but also so far away.
The whole like every second week really fucks me up because I always like, I'll be sitting there being like, oh, we've got like podcasts this weekend, and then I'm like, no, we don't.
No.
And then I'm like, oh, we had podcasts last weekend and we didn't, or something like that.
Yeah. So last time you were here, we were just about to have Jared's family in town, so we were having some family time, and one thing we mentioned is we were driving behind a logging truck at one point.
I know exactly where this is going.
And I went, oh, watch out, Final Destination 2. And Jared goes, oh, no. And Jared's dad was like, oh, what? What's that? You're like, Final Destination. And he goes, what's that?
Perfect response, Dad.
So we were like, wow. So we made Derek watch Final Destination.
Did he love
it? He reacted really well to all of the death scenes. It was the perfect reaction of like, ha! He was having fun. But before it started, I sort of told him the basic premise of, a guy has a premonition and averts disaster. And he was like, oh, is it kind of like Donnie Darko? It's like, not in the least. Not even slightly reminiscent.
Donnie Darko?
It's been so long since I've seen Donnie Darko.
I can't wait for the audio transcription service to think I said Donnie Darko because it does not know my accent. I saw the trailer for that was tickly. For the new...
Sorry.
My toe is being tickled with a bread tag.
Oh, great.
By a kitten.
What's that? Not by me.
Quite different. I saw the trailer for the new Final Destination. I saw like the backyard barbecue type.
Yes.
Thing. And as I was watching it, I was like, oh, we are so back.
Look, I loved that trailer, but I've been telling people don't watch it because it does look like it gives quite a lot of the deaths away.
Yeah, it was quite heavy on like content.
Yeah. So it looks like it could be quite spoilerific. So only watch it if you're a die-hard fan. But if you don't want any spoilers,
just
skip it.
Shut your eyes.
But it was fun. It does look so fun, and I'm so excited.
I need to watch all of them so that I can be prepared for
Yes. Oh my God, report back because I love those movies. After Final Destination, I watched a movie from 1994 called Funny Man. And I'll tell you, the shit that I go through for Christopher Lee.
Is that actor?
But, oh my God. So it was kind of like, it was British. It was kind of like a Freddy Krueger style slasher kind of thing.
Oh God.
But even zanier somehow. It's sort of like late stage Freddy Krueger.
Zanier than his long arms?
Yes.
No.
It's like late stage Freddy Krueger. It's so funny. And it's intentionally funny.
Okay, good.
And I started off being like, what the fuck is this? And then by halfway through, I was like, I get the tone. And I'm still occasionally bored. But oh my God, I'm also having fun. There's one point where, like, one of the characters, this like shed appears next to this character's, and it's like sex inside, like a nightclub type thing. So he goes inside, and there's the funny man who's like a jester, a demonic jester type thing, who's the killer, who's sitting there, and he's got this real like northern accent, and he's like, psychedelic wig party. And there's all these wigs there on the line, and so they're trying on different wigs. And they're
you should watch this for our wig episode.
But they're like giving him different effects, and then he puts one on, and he's like, yeah, I want that one. And he's just having this big shake. And it's so silly, and that's not even how he dies. He dies a few scenes later. So I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, he's like, better get sex on before the wig runs out. Like, it was just so weird. But also another point, the jester in the 90s, the jester turned into like Jimmy Savile. I'm like, what the fuck? This is even more appropriate than it was in the 90s.
Which is insane.
It's so weird.
The foreshadowing.
So, and yeah, Christopher Lee filmed his scenes in like half a day. It's one of those.
Where you can tell he filmed his scenes in half a day?
Yeah. So it was so stupid. I watched it on YouTube.
That's where you get some of the best movies.
I don't know if I recommend it. But if you're someone who likes to partake in the devil's lettuce, I think it might be a fun watch.
Yeah, had a huge spliff and watch Funny Man.
I mean, I was stone cold sober and I was giggling, and I just cannot imagine.
It's a psychedelic wig party.
It's a psychedelic wig party. So funny. Oh God. Okay, after that I watched The Descent, which is a very different movie.
Yes, two different ends of maybe the same spectrum.
Yeah, maybe. Jared had never seen it before, so I was like, you've got to watch it. It holds up.
Okay.
Have you seen it before?
I haven't.
It's a really cool horror. I would say it's really spooky. The scares are really good. I still jumped a few times, and I've seen this film heaps.
Perfect.
And it's all, apart from one character who I don't think has any lines, it's all female cast.
Beautiful. That's what we want.
And it's really like female empowerment, and it's just, nice. It doesn't treat them like delicate girls. They're out there doing extreme sports and cave diving, and they're tough, and some of them they're tough but still being allowed to be a bit feminine, and it's a really cool feminist horror film. I loved it. I
definitely heard about it, and I think I saw on Letterboxd that you'd watched it, and I was like, I also get that the name of that one confused with what's the one where Ryan Reynolds gets buried alive. Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's got a name.
I've seen like bits of it.
Yeah, and I always think they're the same thing, so I'm glad to hear that it's not.
No Ryan Reynolds.
It's a tick in my book. On the watch list.
After that, I finally watched Adolescence. I say finally, it's been out for like a month.
Yeah, it's only been out. I also saw that you and Jared had seen that.
Oh my God.
What a show.
I mean, obviously, we discussed it quite heavily last episode. I listened to that. I agree with everything. Just what an incredible piece of work.
Incredible performances from the young guy who plays Jamie.
Yeah.
And also from Stephen Graham as well. Like, and even from like the mother and the sister.
From all of them.
Everyone who's involved in that, it's so well done.
There's one episode, I think it's the third episode, which is with the psychiatrist, and that just floored me.
She's an incredible actress. She plays, I think I said it the last episode, she plays Princess Anne in The Crown.
Oh, right, okay.
And she is an incredible actress, and I just thought the dynamic between her and Jamie in those scenes, and it was just, that episode 3 was like one of the most frightening hours of television I have ever seen.
The whole thing, so compelling, so engaging. I'm obsessed with it.
I have seen, like, I went on to Stuff, New Zealand's national news website, for those who aren't aware, the other week, and one of the front page articles was it was called, it's kind of a silly name, but it was like the periodic table of sinister emojis, but it was basically showing all these emojis and teaching parents their ulterior meanings. And I used to look at those a lot, and I used to read those ones about like text speak when I was a kid, and I'd always read it and be like, that is so lame. But now I'm looking at it and I'm like, shit, if your kids are talking about alt-right stuff and, you know, incel and all of that kind of stuff, you need to know about it. And so to see how much important conversation this is generating, I genuinely do think this is going to save lives.
It's also just like, it just emphasizes for me how far away I am from that world.
Oh yeah.
And how old I am compared to those children. You know, and I'm not doing that as like I'm so old. It's like it's just so much time has passed. They are two generations away from me now, right? So it's just, I
think I talked about it, but I watched it with my mum, and we had to pause it partway through, and because she was like, what does a red-pilled truther mean? And I had to explain. I'm like, okay, you know the Matrix and how there's the red pill and the blue pill, and I had to explain this to her, and I could see this look on her face, and it was like, I didn't properly understand it as well, and I was looking at it thinking, I would fucking hate to be a parent and have to try understand all of this shit. And even just when I was explaining it to her, I was like, this sounds so fucking stupid. But these are things that like these people believe in and are so indoctrinated into.
That's the thing. And it is stupid. It is inherently stupid, but it is dangerous.
It's very dangerous. And that's why it's so important that a show like that has been made, because it didn't shy away from any of like the harsher, grosser topics. So good.
Psychedelic wing party.
Psychedelic wing party.
Just we were getting a bit heavy. I also saw Val Kilmer.
Oh, God rest his soul.
Val Kilmer passed away a couple of days ago.
Shout out Val Kilmer.
Quite really sad.
Very sad.
So a few nights ago, Jared and I watched Batman Forever.
As you should.
This was my main reference for Val Kilmer. Hey, because this is one of the first movies. It was 95. It came out in New Zealand, October 95.
Don't you bloody dare.
She's carrying a wee star toy around.
Oh, okay. She's sitting on my back.
Lovely.
Carry on.
So it came out when I was about 4 years old. I was almost 5. And it's sort of the first movie I really remember the marketing for. And I had the toys. I still have a couple of the toys somewhere.
Fun.
I had the poster on my wall. I remember I have this really clear memory of looking at going to my friend Andrew's house and looking at his trading cards from the film.
That is having that original trading cards.
Yeah. Okay. Ursula is just
ripping
climbing all around. I'm so sorry.
I turned into a jungle gym. Mike invites me to his home. His children treat me as a jungle gym. This one's lying here going through my cell phone. The other one's going through my purse when I arrived.
Oh my god. I'm raising a couple of hoodlums.
I'm sorry, it was really funny because the whole time Mike was saying that to me, I was leant forward in my chair with a warm kitten like wedged down my back.
Yeah.
And it was really cute, but then she started fucking up my shoulder. Ursula. Anyway.
So you're very sad about Val Kilmer.
I'm so sorry. You guys actually ruined the tone. The last time, I hadn't really seen Val Kilmer films, and then I went to see the second Top Gun film, And I saw it twice in cinema, and he obviously still plays Iceman, but
He wasn't able to really talk at
he
that
doesn't
point,
really
right?
talk like you can tell because of, his medical condition. But he still held like such a presence.
Yeah.
And I thought it did deal with that quite delicately for a film that's entirely set in action and everything. But
Yeah.
it was very sad to hear.
And I mean, one of the things for me is like that movie is not the best Batman movie, but he was one of my Batmen,
Yeah, it's still an important film.
and the fact that we've now lost Kevin Conroy and Val Kilmer, we've lost two of my Batmen, I've got Michael Keaton left.
Come on, Michael Keaton.
That's sort of it. I never got into the George Clooney. I love that movie, but he's not a Batman.
Yeah. I think the only ones I've really properly seen is Christian Bale and Robert Pattinson.
And Christian Bale, I like the Nolan Batman movies, but Christian Bale does not do anything
Christian
for
Bale
me
is
of
a
those.
treacherous Batman. I'm sorry. When I watched that, I remember actually like saying to somebody, I thought the memes about his voice were like an exaggeration. He literally sounds like that.
Yeah, it's
That
not
was insane.
It's not good. But yeah, so R.I.P. Val Kilmer. I was about to say Kevin Conroy, not Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
R.I.P. Kevin Costner. You're dead to me. Long face got ya.
Long face snap up on you. No, but R.I.P.
Val Kilmer. Very sad. Not entirely unexpected. He had obviously been quite unwell for a while. But also my favorite thing about Batman Forever that I just want to say, just a behind the scenes thing, is Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey hated each other so much.
Oh my God.
That at one point Tommy Lee Jones said to Jim Carrey, "I cannot sanction your buffoonery." One of my favorite lines.
It is now my life's aspiration to have somebody say that to me.
What a good line.
It's a great line. And I can hear it.
Yeah. And the other day, the last thing I want to talk about film-wise is went to the Roxy to watch The Room.
Oh,
I love a screening of The Room. It's become one of my most logged Letterboxd films, which is sad.
No, I think it's important.
Oh, the spoon throwing, the shouting. Just what have you ever done?
I've never seen The Room, and I've never done like an in-cinema experience.
Oh my God, okay, we need to keep an eye out, and you need to come with me too.
I would like to do one.
It is so funny. It is. Don't watch it until then.
I won't. I want to save that one because it's up there for me with doing like a Rocky Horror picture show cinema experience.
Yeah, except I would say The Room is more fun as a audience participation, but different strokes. Book-wise, a couple of books. I read Cujo. Still such a good book.
And actually, like, in comparison, Cujo makes me sad because I really like dogs.
Yeah.
No offense, Mike.
I am offended. How dare you have different tastes to me?
I think of Cujo. He was sick. He was scared.
Yeah.
And like I get that he was evil when he like did a bunch of that shit. Like, don't get me wrong. But that one I feel like I hold a lot of empathy for Cujo.
Well, look, I don't like dogs famously, but I feel sorry for Cujo. Even I can read it and be like, this poor boy.
Yeah, he didn't really know what he was up to.
No, he loves the boy.
Yes,
he calls him the boy and the man and the woman. He loves them.
Yeah.
And it's just he's so confused and so angry and so hurt and sick, and it's basically in his mind it's like, oh, the man made me sick.
So
that's why I'm attacking him. So I do feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
I also feel really sorry for the bats that make him sick because they are also sick. No one cares about the bats.
No one even stopped for the bats.
No. Poor lovely things.
Did you also hear, speaking of Stephen King, that they've released the trailer, or I don't know if they've properly released it for public yet, but they're the Long Walk.
The Long Walk? Is there a trailer for it?
I heard somebody say that he went to like a CinemaCon thing and he saw the trailer, so I'm assuming it's coming out shortly.
Have you ever read The Long Walk?
I haven't, but it's my dad's favorite one. He talks about it all the time.
The Long Walk is really good. It's the Hunger Games before the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
The concept of it is so good. The concept of it is very Hunger Games.
That was from, so he had a pseudonym for a long time, Richard Bachman.
Yeah.
And there are the 5 Bachman books before he was discovered as being Richard Bachman. Thinner doesn't really count because Thinner's the one that kind of made people think, and it was kind of the last one. So the main Bachman books are Rage, Roadwork, Long Walk, and Running Man.
Right.
And of those four,
Running Man.
of those four books, the only one I like is The Long Walk.
Really?
Yeah. Rage is okay.
I liked the Running Man film.
I've never seen it. I just didn't like the book very much. The book is actually the next on my chronological reread, and I'm needing to like.
You need to lock in.
Hype myself up to read it.
The Long Walk. I'm really excited for that film. I think it's got Charlie Plummer and it's got somebody else in it that I saw recently. Can't remember who it is though. But yeah, let's look it up.
It's my nephew's favorite as well.
Yeah.
Of the King books. It's so fun. Fun's not the word. It's not fun.
But it's
very
fun if you're into like that horror.
Yeah.
It's like I find the whole concept of the Hunger Games, I find it to be like a fun concept. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's really awful, but it's one of those ones where it's just so well done, so well written, and you can really imagine the situation.
Yeah. And the other one I want to talk about, ignoring my cats, is I read the third Richard Osman Thursday Mystery, Thursday Murder Club books. I read the third one, The Bullet That Missed.
Ooh.
So good.
They're good.
I don't know. Have you ever read any of them?
I've thought about them because I've seen them quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I've always thought of picking them up.
They are, if you like a murder mystery, if you like a cozy murder mystery, like a Agatha Christie sort of style, I highly recommend. They are very, very funny. Very funny, very cozy, very real. You really fall in love with these characters. Like,
really immersed.
There's this guy called Ibrahim, which is one of the main four, and I can't remember if he's a psychiatrist or a psychologist because I get those terms confused, but he was one of those who's retired now, and I love him with all of my heart. I love that weird man.
I love that weird man.
And there's a movie coming out that I'm very excited about with a stacked cast.
Oh my god!
And Ben Kingsley is playing Ibrahim, which makes me so happy.
Oh, that's brilliant. You love to see it. You love a character that much.
Yeah.
It's one of those books where I often see it in like Wickles or Paper Plus, and I've always thought about it because the other book I did that with is a book called Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine.
It's ringing a bell.
I got that for Christmas a couple years ago, and I read it in probably a week over the summer holidays, and it was so good. And I'd seen it advertised for so long, and I'd seen people talking about it, but it was so brilliant. And I feel like I'm going to have the same with the Richard Osmond Murder Club books.
Yeah, they're great. So that's all I wanted to talk about. Honestly, it's been a great time. I've watched some great things.
Great watching. Let me get out the list. What have I been up to?
Let's pause. What I might do is I might put the cats out.
Yeah. All right, we're back. No kittens.
No kittens. I put them out.
Sans kittens.
Yeah, I also turned off the aircon if it sounds different, so there'll be less fighting sounds, except for Elsie and I.
Except for us, but you'll be able to tell. So what have I been watching? So actually shortly after we did the podcast, I got sick. I got a cold. So I was out of action for pretty much a week. I was working from home a little bit, but there was a lot of feeling sorry for myself.
I was going to message you at one point and saw you were offline, and I was like, well, fine. Yeah. How dare you?
It was only for you. I'd only had out of office for you.
Yeah.
Everyone else, they could
Mike Bryant, blocked.
Get rid. So I watched this movie when I was sick. I went home to my folks' place. So that I could feel even sorrier for myself.
Yeah.
So put on the film Sitting in Bars with Cake, which sounds strange, but it's got Yara Shahidi and Odessa Azion, I think, Pamela Adlon's daughter, one of them. And basically it's about Yara and Odessa are very good friends. They live together, and Yara is like painfully shy, doesn't have a lot of friends. So Odessa introduces this idea because Yara is such a good baker. She's like, you should make your cakes, you should take them to the bars with us when we go out because it's a good conversation starter. And that works. Like, she's able to talk to people and meet people. And then unfortunately Odessa's character gets sick. And so then the movie completely switches to like these two friends having to change their life, and like Yara is such a good friend and supporting her and everything. I thought it was just going to be like a silly little like girls film, I sobbed my
Oh
eyes out.
no.
I cried and cried and cried. And what I really liked about it was like their friendship was a really strong friendship. There was like a couple moments, but there wasn't really any drama.
Mm.
They were just really good friends. And like there were a couple times where I just sat there and I was like, fuck yeah, is a good friend. Like it was insane how strong their friendship was. And I actually really enjoyed the film. I thought it was very good, very sad, but Bette Midler's in it.
Yes, I did see that. I was just looking at the cast list.
And Ron Livingston as well. So it was quite a good film. I recommend the film Sitting in Bars with Cake.
A great title.
It's to the point. It's literally what it's about.
I would love to sit in a bar with cake.
Yeah.
This
is the whole thing. Like she turns up with a cake and everyone's like, "Well, what the fuck? There's a cake in here." And there was a part where I was like, I don't know if that's how people in a bar would react to cake. And then I realized that if I was in the club and somebody popped out with a cake, I'm going straight to it.
You're like, great, yeah, give me cake.
Beeline.
Yeah.
Slice her up.
Me too. But when I say cake,
I'm in the gay bar and the Levi's are tight. Anyway. So then I also watched the film Can You Forgive Me? It's a 2018 Marielle Heller film starring what's her name? Melissa McCarthy.
Oh yeah.
As Lee Israel. And it's basically about Melissa McCarthy's character because she's strapped for cash, she starts forging celebrity letters.
Ah.
It was a really good film. Like I wasn't really sure if I was going to like it, but it's really good. Richard E. Grant.
I love him.
He and Melissa McCarthy play best friends. He is so endearing, so perfect. It was actually really well done. And I think I liked it for the portrayal of their friendship, honestly. And it was like the whole point of the film is about sensationalism and just the fact that even if you know it's not real, people are just going to buy it anyway for the sensationalism of it all. So it was very good, and it was definitely a more serious role for Melissa McCarthy, but still quite funny.
Which is good. I feel like
a good balance of it. Ben Falcone, her husband, obviously he was there, which is always nice to see. So yeah, Can You Forgive Me? Quite good. I then, as a treat for feeling sick, I took myself to the movies to see The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Oh, I'm so excited to see that. Also, did you see Acme vs. Coyote has maybe been picked up and is going to be released by someone else?
Really?
Possibly.
Because when I heard that was like shut down, I was devastated.
I saw that. I mean, I saw this and I didn't hugely look into it because I want to believe it's true.
I'm going to believe it's true. I honestly... So I see this on Letterboxd, but so growing up we had the Merry Melodies bumper collections on VCR.
Did you have like a big big case?
We didn't have the full selection of them. I think we had the green one and maybe the red one.
Okay.
Maybe the purple one. We had a few of them because I think like my mum had just gone to the warehouse and because my mum also really liked Looney Tunes when she was young. But my sister and I always talk about this. I have this really distinct memory of us getting food poisoning when we were young, and so mum put us both in her and dad's bed and like tucked us up because it was easier to like deal with us in one room and like quarantine us. And dad moved the TV to the end of the bed, and my sister and I watched these Merry Melodies cartoons just on loop constantly.
Sounds so good.
And I remember there's one where it's called the Scarlet Pimpernel, so it's playing the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Yes.
And so I remember watching these all, and my sister and I always talk about this episode that we are convinced we watched, but we can't find any record of it existing. So there's a chance it's a shared fever dream that we had. But we always talk about this one episode, but we've never been able to find it. But so we used to watch these tapes all the time. Also, we used to watch them in conjunction with the cartoon, like Scooby-Doo series, sorry.
Awesome.
We had that on video as well, and I used to love the one with the Minor 49er. Like, I loved those, like, those ones. So I went into Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up, I didn't really have many expectations for it because I just wanted to go to the movies. It was so fun. It was so good. For somebody that likes the classic style of cartoons, it was exactly that. The animation style would change every 5 seconds, which was so cool, because there was a bit where, one of the characters was actually part of the painted background, and then there's a bit where they have to go on a job hunt, so it changes to be like one of those cartoon episodes, and it's like Daffy and Porky star in, and so it was so brilliant. And also, all of the cast are voice actors.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of those ones where they've just got a celebrity doing it for like shock value. They're all voice actors, and it was brilliant. It was so, so good. I just love a classic Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yes.
This is exactly what it was.
Who was your favorite? Because for me, it was always Wile E. Coyote. Always my favorite.
I really like, oh my God, that's such a difficult question. I think I really liked Wile E. Coyote, uh, but I think I was more of a Tweety Bird.
Yeah.
Really liked Tweety Bird when I was a kid. And also, do you remember Mark Antony and Pussyfoot? The dog, like the big bulldog and the little black and white cat? And they were really good friends.
No, I don't. I don't remember this at all.
I sound crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up. I think they were in the little, yeah, Mark Antony and Pussyfoot. They were a little dog and kitten. Here they are here.
Oh, yes, and he's always trying to look after her.
Yeah, they weren't very common characters, but I used to think they were so cute. I mean, there's this episode where he thinks Pussyfoot is being baked into a cookie, so he gets really upset.
Oh, no.
But he was not. And he like takes the cookie and he tries to like carry it around because he thinks Pussyfoot's been turned into a cookie.
I also loved Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh my God. I used to love a classic. There was this episode where I think it's Daffy goes to the house of the mad scientist, and the mad scientist used to scare me so bad when I was a kid. He just used to freak me out.
Yeah.
But I remember that episode so clearly because we had it on DVD. I think that was one of the first Looney Tunes kind of DVDs we owned because everything else was on video. God, I love Looney Tunes.
Yeah, just so much fun.
They were so good, and Bugs was always like so camp.
Yes.
Bugs is the original, like,
non-binary icon.
Non-binary icon, so good. Shout out Looney Tunes. So yes, I think everyone needs to get to their local cinema and see The Day the Earth Blew Up. The jokes, there are some that are modernized, like there's a bit about Daffy trying to become an influencer, which was like a little bit like jarring, but at the same time, it's still like your classic tomfoolery from Looney Tunes. It was very good. And then the other day, I found out that Netflix has the second American Pie film. So I watched that because it's my favorite American Pie film. I love the second one. I think it's the best one. And Oz Stryker is the perfect man. He is so beautiful in that film. He's so stupid, and he's so sweet and insanely loyal and hunky. And I love anytime Chris Klein plays a himbo, which happens to be the American Pie films, and also the film Election with Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick. So yeah, that's me. Oh,
what a good time.
I also have to add that we've got the last episode of White Lotus this week.
Yes.
And then also the last episode of Yellow Jackets. So they're ending, like, what, White Lotus ends tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And then Yellow Jackets ends Friday night.
Oh my God.
Locked in.
Maybe I'm about to have a lot more spare time on my hands.
You have so much spare time.
So I think maybe I might try and watch all of Yellow Jackets because I haven't seen it.
Please do, and let me know what you think.
Yeah,
I'm
so excited. I mean, I know it's up my alley. It's one I just need to watch.
It's I'm quite excited, but I'm very excited for White Lotus.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do when it's over.
No. Is it the last episode? It is. Oh my God.
It is the last episode, which means somebody's going to die.
Or multiple
And I don't know if there's anyone that I'm feeling is like, because I feel like when I watched the first one, there was a couple, maybe at least one character where I was like, you're kind of dispensable. Like, I'm not going to be that mad. Kind of the same with series 2. Unfortunately, series 2, it wasn't who I wanted it to be. I'm kind of scared with this one because there's not really any characters where I'd be like,
No, if Parker Posey dies, I'm going to be so upset.
Parker Posey dies, I'll die.
Yeah.
I have been obsessed with hearing on like TikTok every second clip being like, why are you with this middle-aged weirdo?
Yes.
I love her whispering. Her whispering is like ASMR to me.
Yeah, I feel like we've got to do our impressions.
Our Parker Posey in White Lotus impression.
Yeah. So can you do the
Why are you with this middle-aged weirdo? Does he have a lot of money? That's what you're getting.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna do the Popper, no! Buddhism, tsunami,
Buddhism.
Popper, no.
Popper, no. Also, can I just spoiler alert for season 3 of White Lotus. So if you haven't seen it, maybe just like skip forward 15 seconds. I feel like Piper wanting to become a Buddhist is maybe the last thing that Mrs. Ratliff should be worrying about. Yes. Her sons are jerking each other off.
Yeah.
And her husband is going to kill them all because he is in financial ruin. And she's out here worried. I know that that's the whole point where it's meant to be like she is so worried about their image and her daughter becoming a fucking Buddhist monk that she's like overlooking everything else. But it is so fucking funny to me how cut up she is about Piper becoming a Buddhist monk.
God, so good.
No.
Piper, no.
Come to North Carolina. I will find you a nice man. Why are you with this middle-aged weirdo?
She's so good.
She fucks with a caftan too.
Oh my God, yeah.
If I was at that resort and I saw her out there with that caftan, I'd be going crazy.
I'm also so happy that she's having some like mainstream recognition because she's known as the queen of the indie film. That's what she's always been known as.
And I saw somebody saying it because I sent Mike a TikTok this morning of somebody's like dream casting of season 4 of White Lotus, which included Patti LuPone as the hotel manager.
Yes. And Judith Light, which made me very happy.
But somebody in the comments was like, I don't know if this would work because the cast is a bit too well known, whereas from the previous seasons we've seen like they bring some really strong actors, but people that aren't currently in the mainstream.
Yeah.
So the likes of Patti LuPone, I mean, she's obviously been more back in the... She's always in the spotlight when you're Mike, but been back more in the spotlight with
the common
Agatha.
person. Yeah.
But I do like the idea of, like Parker Posey, known for indie films, but now she's fucking killing it in this. I don't think I'd seen... was his name Connor Schwarzenegger in anything else?
Patrick
Schwarzenegger, sorry. I'm thinking of Connor Kennedy. Why am I thinking of Connor Kennedy? Sam Nivola, just...
what's her name? Catherine...
Monahan?
No.
Oh, that's Michelle
Catherine
Monaghan.
Clare, the Piper. The actress playing Piper.
Catherine...
Yeah.
Something or other.
I only know her from The Conjuring 3.
I keep thinking I know her from somewhere, but I think she looks like somebody else.
Right.
But I loved Michelle Monaghan, Leslie Bibb, Carrie Coon.
I love Carrie Coon.
Carrie Coon is brilliant. Also, finding out that she plays Proxima Midnight in Avengers was fucking crazy to me. But also, I'm loving Amy Lou Wood and...
Yes. Who I saw live on stage in Cabaret.
Jesus, so lucky.
So she is my close personal friend.
She is so delightful.
She's great. Yeah.
I loved her in Sex Education. I loved Sex Education for one, but I felt particularly strongly about Amy Lou Wood's character's arc because the first season she starts off very light, very airy. She has a boyfriend and she's obviously the comedic relief because she's portrayed to be like a little bit ditzy. And then by like the middle of the series, I don't really think it's a spoiler because it's a huge part of her character arc. She experiences sexual assault. Yeah. And her entire character arc changes after that. And it's about her, because obviously we're used to seeing her as the comedic relief and now she's actually got real world problems. And the way that the other characters deal with that and the way that she reclaims herself, it was a masterclass in acting from Amy Lou Wood. She is a brilliant actress.
He's really cool.
And I can't get over the fact that the other young woman that dates an ugly old man, she looks so much to me. She has the same face as a girl from Bridgerton.
Right.
So
I've never seen Bridgerton.
I've never seen it, but there's this one girl, I think her name's Phoebe or something. I always call her Miss Bridgerton.
Right.
To me, they have the same face. So when I
You're talking about like the French model character.
yeah, she looks like, I'm gonna have to try find Phoebe Bridgerton. They think I'm talking about Phoebe Bridges. I'm not. I'm talking about Phoebe Bridgerton. Yeah, I think she looks like this woman. So I was like, oh, that's Miss Bridgerton.
Okay.
And then it wasn't. But I still really like that French model character as well. I'm quite drawn to all the characters this season.
Yeah.
And Belinda and Pornchai.
Yes.
And also Mook and Guy Talk.
Yes. I bet she's a freak. Mooka's a freak.
Mook goes crazy on it.
There's
Also
something.
Great name. I love their names. I
Mook
love
and
the
Guy
name
Talk.
Mook.
Yeah.
I think that's
And
such a good
Sritala.
name. Yes.
Love her.
I love that whole arc where everyone's just like obsessed with her and she just floats around.
Yes.
Like very important because she is. Also that weird little hotel manager that like decided to sing a song.
I love him. I'm. We'll talk off. We'll talk. We're gonna have conversations.
Anyway, because then I'll be able to have your conversation about Timothy Ratliff. Anyway,
so I feel like it's time to talk about a silver fox.
Silver safari.
Silver fox.
You're in a silver fox safari.
How do we define a silver fox,
Great
Elsie?
question.
Thank you.
And I'm going to take a leaf out of our previous guest Jamie's book where they said like we just need to own it. We just need to lean into it. So a silver fox is a person, minimum age is 45.
Yep.
This always generates controversy, but I'm sick of it.
Leave us alone.
It's only our starting point, all right? If we're saying that lifespan 90, 45 is middle age, it's a starting off point, all right? We say fox, it's not gendered. Oh, we don't care what their gender is, how they identify, as long as they are sexy and they are in some way, shape, or form greying. Maybe their hair is grey, maybe it's grey, but they dye it, or maybe they're going grey, or they just have the energy of being a silver fox. The point is, we're trying to find fuckable old people.
That's the one.
And so today, we're here to talk about Mike's pick.
That's the one.
Arguably one of the most incredible picks of the series.
I'm very chuffed.
You've made a great choice.
I love him. I love that man.
Mike, who's our actor today?
I picked the Sauce King himself.
The king of the sauce bottle.
Paul Newman. What was your experience with Paul?
So I had not really seen any Paul Newman films that I knew about.
Yeah.
Apart from like Cars.
Yeah.
He's in the Hudsucker Proxy. But obviously a very iconic actor. So every time I looked at his filmography, I was like, oh, he's in that one. Oh, he's in that one. And I was actually saying this to Mike before we started recording. I don't think we've ever had a Fox where it was so difficult to pick a film because there were just so many.
Yeah, it's the Michelle Pfeiffer effect to the nth degree.
100% the Michelle Pfeiffer effect. Like every time I Googled like Paul Newman film name, it was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I also think Paul Newman is of an era where it's like, they don't fucking make men like that anymore.
No.
He's
those eyes.
He is Brando sexy. Like
oh
he is.
My God. Oh, it was Brando's birthday the other day as well.
Oh, happy birthday, Brando.
Happy birthday, Brando.
He is James Dean sexy. Like back in the day, Rock Hudson, where it was just like, they were a little bit fruity looking.
Yeah.
But they were so sexy, like so well kept.
I cannot get over his eyes. His eyes are just so piercing and so beautiful.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah.
He's insane. I had a lot of fun with this one.
So did I. I'm glad.
So.
Now, before we discuss films, I actually have something.
Oh, fucking hell.
Keep recording.
Okay.
Don't stop.
I think Mike might be bringing the spirit of Paul Newman in right now. I think he's captured the spirit of Paul Newman. He is fucking around in that kitchen out there. Have you been, guys? Good? Yeah, me too. Oh, he's on his way back. I'm actually so scared. Should I shut my eyes? I just shut my eyes anyway.
Okay.
Didn't even say yes.
I thought we could do a Paul Newman sauce taste test.
Oh my God, 100% of the profits help kids.
So I've gone and I've got some cut up baguette, and I've got 3 sauces, 3 dressings.
This is incredible.
So do you want to tell us what sauces and dressings we've got?
Okay, so Mike has just given us Paul Newman's own, let's give it all away, classic vinaigrette. We've got Paul Newman's own creamy Caesar.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they call me after I say Paul Newman. And also balsamic, which looks like it has glitter in it.
Yep.
This is incredible.
That's just a good idea.
I love that he was like, I've been in some of the greatest films. The only natural move is to go into
Next step.
salad dressings.
Yeah.
Because I did say to somebody the other day, they were asking me about the podcast, and I said we're doing Paul Newman next, and all the women over the age of like 40 started getting excited.
Yeah.
And then my friend went, "Who's that?" And they went, "Oh, the salad dressing
The
guy."
salad dressing guy.
You either know Paul Newman or you know him as the salad dressing guy.
Yeah.
Maybe you know him as the Hudson Hornet.
Okay, so which one do you want to start with?
I would like to go with balsamic first, I
Okay,
think.
so that's this one, right? Okay.
Let me do this over my little run sheet.
I can get you a bigger plate if required.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna dip it in the balsamic vinaigrette. Oh my God. Okay. First taste test going in. Oh, I quite like balsamic vinaigrette.
Mm.
You know, solid.
I bit off too much bread.
Too much bread, not enough Paul Newman. You can really taste him in there. He isn't just choking on bread. Mike's also fine.
Choking on Paul.
I wish. Oh God. I'm gonna go back in actually. Gonna go in for seconds of the old P Newms.
I've learnt my lesson, so I'm gonna rip that one in half.
I'm gonna mix this up.
Bit more of that on there. Oh, I've fully just chucked it in.
He's gone the whole hog.
Not bad.
It's actually quite nice. I'd really like that on a salad. Bit of rocket. That on a cherry tomato would go down a treat.
Right. Do we want to go classic vinaigrette, or do
Yeah.
we want to go creamy classic?
I think we upgrade to classic vinaigrette, and we jump right into the Caesar afterwards.
These, by the way, are only like $6.
Which is insane.
We're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored. We could be.
Could be.
Probably not after the way we just spoke about him. Because the state would probably have us hung for it.
Like, please stop talking about our beloved father in your mouth.
That's what they said to Lady Elizabeth Taylor. Okay, we're going in with the classic
Okay,
vinaigrette.
classic vinaigrette.
All over my hands. It's also what she said.
I actually think I like that one more.
It's actually quite herby. A herbaceous sauce, one might say. My little run sheet is covered in breadcrumbs.
That's all right.
I feel like Hansel and Gretel.
Oh yeah, I like that one more. The tang is less. It's a bit.
That balsamic vinaigrette is heavy on the vinegar.
It is.
Naturally, because it is a vinegar.
But
But this one is definitely more. Here's olives on the front of the bottle.
wow.
I love that sketch of Paul Newman.
I'm going for a bit more.
That really is what he looks like. He really was easy to draw. Got Dijon mustard in
What a
it.
beautiful man.
He's so fit.
Australian made.
Brilliant, man.
Oh, and it's gluten free, you'll be pleased to know. Except the creamy Caesar. That is not gluten free.
I do love a Caesar salad.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. And we've just got the creamy Caesar left.
Which I'm excited for.
I'm excited for this one. That's what we
I've
got.
been known to love a Caesar. I also forget you can get salad dressing in bottles.
Yeah.
It's never something I go for at the supermarket.
No. I mean, now the problem is that I do have like these 3 bottles that we've got to use and stuff, but that's okay. That's not a problem, but
You're
you
just
know.
going to be having Paul Newman for the rest of
I'm
your
just
life.
gonna be like, Jared, you've got to make stuff with this.
Yeah, another salad. You could put them on you can put the Caesar on a sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay. Full
Okay.
Caesar mode activate.
Sorry if this is boring listening.
Okay, I think I just touched the microphone with my arms.
Just slathering it all over it. What?
Anyway.
Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. Mmm.
Peppery.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have that on a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
I'd use it on a sandwich. I'd use it on a chicken burger.
Mmm. Newman's own foundation continues Paul Newman's commitment to use all the money that it receives from the sale of this product to support children, their families, and their communities.
What a guy. He was in his bag with the salad dressings, to be honest.
Yeah.
Peanut.
That's really good. I really like that creamy.
I'm actually quite surprised at how good he was at salad. I wonder what on earth possessed him to be like, I need to get into the salad dressing
I
game.
don't know. That's pretty good, though.
Do you think he was eating one? He was like, this is a shit dressing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've got this. Stand aside.
Elizabeth Taylor made some for him, and he was like, this is rubbish. I'll show you a salad dressing.
I'll show you a salad dressing. And then I need to finish writing the fan fiction to tell you what happened next. Christ above.
So I think I would rate that. Yeah, in the order we tried them, actually. Balsamic the worst. It's still good. Balsamic, classic vinaigrette, and then creamy Caesar.
Yeah, 100%. That creamy Caesar fucks. It's so good.
Great.
That was really fun. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
I always have a little side quest.
Just chuck them on there, that's right.
Shake me crumbs onto the plate. Thank God the cats weren't in here. They would have a fucking field day.
That's partly why I got rid of them, actually. I was thinking ahead. I'm just going to have that, and then we can carry on.
Yeah. Oh. Go Paul Newman. You say we're in your bag.
I'm going to put them on the table here.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to have a nosh.
Yeah, if you guys hear me chewing, it's because there's lots of breads and dips right behind me. What a man, Paul Newman.
Oh, that Caesar dressing is going to be gone.
Demolished.
Oh.
Destroyed in seconds. So.
No,
We've had
that's
a
over.
snack break.
If that's boring, we can edit it out. But
I don't think it's going to be. I really enjoyed that.
yeah, mouthful of Newman.
That's what they call me. So, now you've picked your salad dressing.
Yeah.
What was your film?
Now that I've settled down with my dressings,
Oh, that was so good. That was such a good idea.
I'm so happy. Okay, so I have, true to form, 2 films.
Good. I would expect nothing less.
It took me, yeah, like you say, a lot of research, but I definitely,
Joyous research.
I've got one that I think is his sexiest, but not his best film. And I've got one that is the second one I picked, really sexy, really good film.
Okay.
So, the one I want to talk about, the not as good movie, The Long Hot Summer.
Okay.
From 1958.
The Long Hot Summer.
Yeah, The Long Hot Summer from 1958. Now, the cast in this film, him, his future wife, Joanne Woodward, Orson Welles, Lee Remick, Angela Lansbury, stacked cast.
Incredible.
And I started this because of one picture.
Good God.
So
I really shouted.
So it is a picture of him. He is tanned. He is shirtless. He is
We're going to have to post that.
lean and ripped. He is sweaty.
It's incredible.
It is an incredible picture. And the story of Long Hot Summer is basically one that, I'll be honest, I've forgotten a lot of the story. I didn't find it particularly memorable. But it was basically, he's a bit of a drifter. He's been accused of burning a couple of barns. So he's a bad boy. He's mysterious.
In my barn.
If your barn is having a burning sensation, there's an ointment for that. Just slather some dressing on it. You'll be fine. He is so sexy in there, and he's just so.
That's a crazy photo.
He is. It's that thing of like you're such a bad boy, and I don't trust you at all. but there is a charm to you. There's a dangerous charm.
A photo of him from that film with his like jacket over his shoulder, but he's in his like button-up shirt with his sleeves up.
Yes. And he like
pornographic.
He like ingratiates himself into this family. And sort of like
he ingratiate himself into me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Jesus, he's actually insane.
It's just so hot. Just so sexy. And he's like, you know, flirting with this woman who is already in a relationship.
Oh, man.
And you're like, oh, I would throw it all away for you.
100%.
And he's just so sweaty, you know, but in like a sexy way. In a way that you're so oiled up.
And he's so bronzed.
Oh my God.
He's just got, oh my God, he's actually gorgeous. And this is what I mean by they don't make men like that anymore.
It's the whole combination, right? It's the blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ripped as fuck body. It's the lips and the jawline and like an aquiline nose. It's just a perfect face on a perfect body.
I was making a stank face when I was watching him. I was sitting there like,
yeah. Yeah.
Felt like Angela Bassett.
Oh, but just so yeah, the film itself.
I'm thinking about that, man. My eyes are watering.
My thighs are watering.
Oh God, rest his soul, Paul Newman.
Oh, I like he's one. This is going to sound really strange, but if you look at photos of him, he looks like a modern person. And you know what I mean when you can look at photos of older people and you're like, oh yeah, you're sexy, but you know you're more handsome, old school, black and white. Him, you're just like, oh fuck, you could be.
He would do numbers today.
I'm like, you could be an underwear model.
He's like, you know when you see clips and it's like, yeah, these women like went to see Elvis at the International and Jesus fucking Christ.
So this is a photo of him just like after a swim. And he just looks like a modern model.
He just looks like some guy.
Yeah.
But like the sexiest guy.
The sexiest man you've ever seen.
I always think about, you hear about women that went fucking crazy when Elvis played at the International and they were like screaming and they were like throwing their undies at him and stuff like that. And you look at a picture of Elvis and you're like, calm down.
Yeah.
But then like, if I went to the picture theatre and saw a matinee of a Paul Newman film, I'd be going insane. I would have like torn my shirt off.
Oh.
He's so crazy.
He's just...
I feel like he looks like Clancy Brown as well.
He does a little bit.
So that's the exact same feeling I had when I saw that gif of him like come outside with the rifle.
He's like a cross between Clancy Brown and Bradley Cooper.
Yes.
Almost. There's like...
Yes.
Yeah.
He is so fucking insane.
And just incredible. So that was one pick. That was one of my picks. And I was watching it and I was like, this film is actually reminding me of a lesser version of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Which is, they have another Big Daddy character, but it's just Orson Welles' time. Who, you want to talk about Big Daddies? Orson Welles.
So my second pick.
Cat on a Hot
Tin Roof. One of the most classic films.
Oh, yeah.
Based on an incredible play.
Tennessee Williams.
Yeah. And like in the movie, they cut out a lot of the queer subtext, but the character is gay.
There was a part of me, so... It's not my main film, so this isn't a spoiler. It's probably one of my honourable mentions.
Okay.
I was watching Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and Elizabeth Taylor's in that room. She's in her fucking, like, slip with her pointy-ass bra on.
Yes!
And Paul Newman's turning away from her, and I said out loud, this dude got to be gay or something.
Yes.
Because what the fuck are you up to?
Yeah.
She looks like that, and you're like, meh, I don't even want you. I was like, okay, so he's gay.
Yeah.
Like, immediately, he's gay.
Gotta be.
And then when she went to pick up Big Daddy and he was like going crazy and he was like, I would have knocked you up 3 times. And I was like, okay, you need to chill.
It's inappropriate to say about your daughter-in-law, but all right.
I was like, but that's the reaction she should be getting out of Paul Newman, because like it's, even though it's fucking insane to say to your daughter-in-law, it's true.
Yeah. Also, like Elizabeth Taylor's reactions of, please, Paul Newman, please fuck me, please. I'm like, you know what? Same.
She was doing it for all of us because I was watching it and I was like, same.
Yeah.
She was like, put on your good silk pajamas. And I was like, yeah, true.
Yeah.
And he was in that fucking bathrobe and she wanted it so bad. And he was like, no thanks. the queer subtext was not lost on me.
Yeah, so it is there. I think it's a bit more explicit in the play. It's been a while since I've read the play, but from memory.
I feel like in the film, and this is without giving away spoilers or anything, they frame his relationship with his friend as being like, there was like jealousy because he wanted to like be him and stuff, and I was like, I don't know if he wanted to be him so much as he wanted to be with him.
Be in him.
But also, I'm the kind of person, and I don't know if this is because like we're from a newer generation, but I feel like if I watch a film with like my mum, I watch a lot of films with my mum, I will be like, oh, she's gay, or like he's gay. She'll be like, no, he's not, or no, she's not, she's just this, and I'm like, they're meant to be gay. And especially if it's not explicitly stated in the film, there'll always be this disagreement. And it's just like, I think I see a lot of stuff as queer subjects where she sees a lot of stuff as just like, that's just guys being friends. And I'm like, no, they're not. They're like touching each other on the bum. She's like, yeah, guys used to be like that. I'm like,
to be fair, I touched not so much now, but in my 20s, I like touched a lot of bums of my friends, and it was never a sexual thing.
Yeah.
It was seldom a sexual thing. Sometimes.
Occasionally. But I don't know if that's because I like a story to have queer subtext, because I always, I you know, the more characters that are gay in the film, the better to me.
I mean, it's like any sort of filter, right? Like a gay reading of a film is absolutely valid. It's still that film... Oh, what's the word? No, it's gone.
Okay.
It's like queer theory is a perfectly acceptable reading of a film.
Yeah.
It's like that book I read not too long ago, which was a queer feminist reading of Jurassic Park. And it's like, none of that is explicit, but you can absolutely put any spin you want on it.
You can believe what you want to believe.
Yeah.
And I love, one of my favorite things in watching film or TV series is to be like, pick two characters and be like, they want each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, they could have two scenes together, but if I want to believe that they want each other, I can do it.
And like, sometimes the subtext is deliberate, sometimes the subtext is accidental, but it's still there for you to pick up if you want.
The great thing about media as well is you consume it however you want to, and you make of it whatever you want to, which is, I find it quite interesting now that a lot of like, called like fandom stuff is on the internet, and it's so accessible by others, so everyone can share their thoughts on it. And it creates all this discourse and all this argument being like, no, that's not true. That's not what the character did or did. And it's like, bro, they're not real.
Yeah.
If you want to believe that they did this and they like that and they're this, go ahead. It doesn't have to align. Just because somebody thinks differently doesn't make yours wrong. Yeah. It's all subjective.
I mean, you and I could happily watch Cat on a Hot Tin Roof together, and I could go away being like, wow, Maggie, such a bitch. What a horrible character. And you could go away being like, she's so cool, she's so strong, she's so independent and fierce, and like, you know, we could both have these different readings on the exact same thing that we've just watched, but we're bringing our own experience to it.
I also find that a lot of the time when I watch anything with like a female character, especially one that's like made to come across as quite harsh or demanding.
Yeah.
I've often found I've watched things in group scenarios and friends have been like, God, she was a bitch. And I've come out of it being like, she must be so lonely.
Yeah.
Or like, and it's definitely about how you, and also a lot of the time if you associate, like if you feel reflected by that character. Like I love the TV series The Bear. And whenever I watch it, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, like Kami, it's me. It's like we're looking into the world's worst mirror. We have way too much in common. So I often see a lot of things, people being like, Jesus, Kami's such an asshole. And then I like look at it and I'm like, he's really tired and sad and lonely. And so I definitely think I was watching it, and at first I started saying out loud like, oh, Paul Newman's gay, because I was like, how the fuck is Elizabeth Taylor in front of you, like in a tiny slip dress? Well, not tiny, it was long as fuck, but in a tight fitting slip dress, and you don't care. So I was like, oh, dude must be gay. And then the more I watched it, I was like, oh, I think he's gay.
Yeah.
So it started as a joke, and then it wasn't a joke.
Yeah, which kind of adds to it. Like, the whole thing is that the character can't be gay in that time, right? And then there's that meta text on top of, like, the movie can't talk about it because it was the 50s. So exactly. It's just so...
And also, I was, like, as I was watching it, I didn't realize until like a good way through that they were on a plantation either. There was definitely a point where I went, who? Yeah. So I was like, that kid's got a fucking Confederate flag. And then I went, why is everyone stringing up the stuff in the trees black? And then I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Also,
because it was the 50s.
It was the 50s. And when those fucking kids were playing those bloody horns and drums and shit.
So upsetting, so annoying.
And that the mother character, I went and like read up about her actress a bit later, and turns out like she was very involved in like the civil rights movement. Like she worked with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and then she also met with like Gloria Steinem about like
which Big Mama or the pregnant
one
sister? Yeah,
pregnant sister. Can I also say those names in that film are crazy? First of all, they got Paul Newman, Brick.
Yep.
Then they got fucking Big Daddy, Big Mama, and
Goober.
I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Also, imagine being fucking Maggie and marrying into that family. Hi, my name's Brick. My brother's called Gooper. And you have to call my parents Big Daddy and Big Mama. I'd be like, no, I don't.
I'm going to make my children call me Big Daddy.
I thought, when I heard them say Big Daddy, and then the plane landed and the door opened, and a couple skinny guys got out, I was like, be fucking serious. And then Big Daddy got out. I was like, yes, Big Daddy.
Yeah, there's Big Daddy.
Also, hearing Paul Newman repeatedly say Big Daddy.
Yeah, it did something, right?
It was important.
It was
an important part.
I mean, but I think that's part of why I found him so sexy as well, is like the fact that he's gay, and it's like there's this beautiful woman that wants him, but he's like, no. So that's kind of sexy. And then being like, oh, he's pining after his former lover. It's hot.
Yeah.
Mourning is hot.
They try to play it off that he doesn't want her because of like perceived infidelity, and I'm like, he doesn't want her because he wants men.
Yeah. Although gay men love Liz Taylor.
Yeah, true. Which is why lovely little lavender marriage there.
Yeah.
Honestly, if Paul Newman was gay, he would have done numbers.
Yeah.
He would have probably been the most successful gay man in history. God, no, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Hey,
film.
I feel like those are two really good. The two movies I watched are really good comparisons because they are very similar in that sense that it's, in the South, it's a lot of like Big Daddy. There's a lot of like family dynamics and going for, who's going to inherit this, what's the legacy of the family. There's a lot of that, yeah. But he plays such different characters. And one, he's fun, but he's mysterious and dangerous, and you don't quite trust him. And then in the other, he's
it's actually quite
dark
depressing
and broody and sad, and it's just quite an interesting contrast to see these two very different parts of the same coin.
And that's the thing, like I look at his character in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and I think the same as kind of what I was saying earlier, is like, fuck, he must be lonely.
Yeah.
Like that whenever I watch a movie that's set in that time and there's like an obviously, or with subtext, a gay character in a time where they can't be, it's like, Jesus, you must be so lonely.
Yeah.
And I think he portrays that really well. He plays this really angry character who can come across as a bit of an asshole because there's Elizabeth Taylor like effectively throwing herself at him because she just wants some proof that their relationship is still there. And it's like,
Also, he does take his shirt off at one point, and it's a treat.
Oh my God, he's so fine. Insane.
So those are my two films.
Great picks.
I'm happy with them. What about you? What did you pick?
I went on a fucking adventure.
Yeah.
So I only managed to watch one film in full. I watched Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. I still haven't finished it, but I've still got it on rental, so I'm going to finish it tonight or something. I forgot to add. I'm seeing The Last Showgirl tonight. Pamela Anderson.
Great.
So I'll be able to report on that next
Yes,
weekend.
please.
So either before or after that, I will finish Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and then there's a third film which I didn't manage to watch, still on rental, so I will add that to my honourable mentions. But the film that I did sit down and watch is a bit of a classic, as any Paul Newman films are. I watched Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Paul Newman and Robert Redford.
Yes.
They're cowboyish, outlawish type things. I love cowboys.
Yeah.
I fucking love cowboys. It's one of my favorite, like, I don't know, tropes, themes, or whatever. Effectively, Paul Newman and Robert Redford share a girlfriend, kind of. There's this woman, and she's like meant to be with Sundance, who's Robert Redford, but then there's a scene where Paul Newman takes her on a bike and Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head are playing, and then they get back and they're kind of standing there and they're in an embrace, and she's like, oh, if only we'd like met before, obviously like before she got with Sundance. And he was like, and Paul Newman was kind of like, oh, I don't mind. Like, it doesn't mean anything to me that you're already with him. And then Sundance comes outside and he's on the like doorstep and he's like, what are you doing? And Paul Newman makes some kind of comment like, I'm stealing your woman. And Sundance is like, okay, whatever. And just goes back inside. And I was like, to be her. So it's very much like obviously Western shootout type stuff. I saw somebody remark that it is surprisingly modern for a film of its time, and I actually agree. A lot of the humor was quite modern, and it was a good film. It was sexy. Paul Newman is often quite dusty.
Yeah.
And there is a scene where, because they spend all of their time on horseback, there's a scene where they share a horse and Paul Newman is like up front and Robert Redford is like behind him holding onto his
Oh my God.
And I was watching it and I had to keep pausing it. I was like, this is actually fucking crazy. That they're sharing a horse together like this.
That sounds really
going over rocky terrain.
Oh my God.
It was a great film. I really enjoyed it. It's one that I'd like heard a lot about, and obviously like I feel like it's one that's often referenced. And it was very good. And it's also insane that like Robert Redford was in his 30s and now he's like 88. I feel like he doesn't look like he's as old as he is.
No.
He definitely still looks, he's still got a youthful spirit about him.
Yes.
But yeah, I would recommend Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid for a hunky Paul Newman. A dusty Paul Newman with a floppy little hat on.
I love him so much.
I'll see if I can find, let me see if I can find, let's see, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. It's almost like, oh, also, another person that I didn't realize was in it was Ted Cassidy, who plays Lurch in The Addams Family. Ted Cassidy was in it.
And in the 60s
yes.
thing. Wow.
I saw him and I was like, that guy looks really familiar. And then I was like, oh, that's Lurch. Here's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid sharing a horse.
Oh my God.
It was quite good. I love like Western.
What a little bromance.
They were so good. Sharing their girlfriend, blowing up a train, all the rest of it. But yeah, highly recommend. So, I think I just spelled that wrong. Mike, what are your honourable mentions?
I've just been doing a little bit of research while you've been talking because I hadn't thought about it too much. Like I'd thought about it, but I hadn't like solidified my choices. Do you know what I mean? So Butch Cassidy was one.
Yeah.
I've also got The Hustler. I've got HUD. And I've got Torn Curtain.
Ooh.
Most of these are just ones that I've Googled, and I'm like, look at that man. That's all. Butch Cassidy is the only one that I'm like, oh, I really need to actually watch that. I've always wanted to see that one. Also, Cool Hand Luke are the two that I've always wanted to see and have never gotten around to.
My honourable mention is Cool Hand Luke. I haven't finished watching it. Like I said, it's on rental. But that was one where I was like Googling it and I was seeing the pictures and I was like, oof, that is a beautiful man. Yeah, also for me, I know he's quite a bit older in it. HUD's like a proxy.
Yeah.
Holds up.
He's hot when he's older though.
Yeah. Cars. HUD's
yep.
Hornet.
I just want to show you this picture of him from The Hustler.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking Christ. Something about a white t-shirt. No.
I know. That's a very like Marlon Brando and Streetcar Named Desire kind of level of sexy.
I used to get Streetcar Named Desire and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof confused.
Okay. I mean, both kind of southerny.
I thought that Marlon Brando and Paul Newman were like the same person, I think, for a while.
But I mean, equally sexy.
Equally very sexy.
Oh, which would you say if you had to have sex with one of them? If you're offered a golden opportunity and you could fuck one of them, and the agreement is you could never ever fuck the other ever.
Oh God. I think I'm gonna have to say Paul Newman.
Yeah.
I think seeing what I've seen, tasting his salad dressing. I think I know what I'm in for.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think I'd say Paul Newman as well because he also seemed like a nicer man.
Yeah. I've kind of like, because that was part of it after I watched Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, I Googled and turns out Robert Redford is like a huge advocate for like Native American rights and all that kind of stuff.
Famously so, I think.
Yeah, and so because you watch something of that time and you're like a little bit worried.
Yeah.
So I do think Paul Newman you'd probably have an easier time with. Just from what I've heard about Marlon Brando,
Yeah.
he was a bit of a tough cookie. I also don't think he'd be very impressed with me.
Have you ever seen The Island of Dr. Moreau?
No.
With it has him, Marlon Brando, and Val Kilmer in it from the 90s.
No, I haven't.
Dreadful film.
Okay.
Absolutely dreadful. But can you imagine two of the most notorious, most notoriously difficult actors to work with, Val Kilmer and Marlon Brando together?
Fucking Christ.
There's a whole documentary about the making of the film because of how chaotic it was.
I always think about like actors that are notorious for being really difficult to work with, and I'm like, I just couldn't imagine getting that reputation. Like I go out of my way to be like very polite. Like I want people to be like, wow, she was like really easy to deal with. I couldn't imagine how difficult you have to be to get like be notorious for that.
I'm sure there are some directors who do not want, that I've worked with, who are like, I don't want to work with him again, who maybe think I'm difficult, but I don't think that generally I am. I think I can just get quite stubborn about what my character likes sometimes. But no,
I've heard likes Paul Newman. Told you this.
I like to think that generally I'm easy to work with. Yeah. But
I think so.
Catch me on a bad day, see what happens.
You never know. So it's time for Fox Facts already.
Oh my god.
Let's get the old Paulie Newman up. If you're unfamiliar with Fox Facts, if we know one off the top of our head, we obviously say it, but for the most part, we go through their IMDb trivia page and find the most fucked facts that we can.
So I do have a couple off the top of my head.
Okay, go for it.
One of them is I'm not sure about entirely, but he's like one of them. He was a staunch Democrat for his entire life, basically, except for once there was one Republican he endorsed ages ago. But he was such an advocate for people and for that sort of thing that he once found out that, I'm going to get the companies wrong, but I think there was Budweiser and there was Coors, and I think Budweiser, he drank Budweiser and then he found out they were really right wing and gave their money to a lot of right wing things, so he switched to Coors.
What a man. Which coincides, this is the first fact I've read, turned down the role of Harry Callahan in Dirty Harry because he thought the screenplay was too right wing and recommended Clint Eastwood for the role instead.
Yeah.
We fucking love a man with good values.
What a great man. He is the godfather of Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, random.
Yeah.
I have just seen that his Newman's own brand, which we just sampled earlier and enjoyed, the company made more than 100 million in profits over the years, and all of which he donated to various charities.
Oh,
what a fucking beautiful man.
He was hugely into car racing.
Cute.
Like obsessed with car racing. I think he raced quite a lot. And also he was a prankster. So in one particular, he often played pranks on Robert Redford and vice versa. So one time Robert Redford, who was also into car racing, had a beaten up Porsche shell delivered to Newman's porch for Newman's 50th birthday. Newman never said anything, but not long after, Redford found a crate of molten metal delivered to the living room of a house Redford rented, which dented the floor. Not to be outdone, Redford then had the metal turned into an incredibly ugly sculpture and dropped it into Newman's garden.
I love it. I love the links that they're going
to. So Newman got the car, melted the car down, put the car in his thing, and turned it into a sculpture.
He was among the celebrities on the famous enemies list kept by Richard Nixon during the Watergate scandal. If I was a celebrity at that time, I think I've actually said this before, but it would be my dream to end up on Richard Nixon's enemies list.
It would be an honour.
It would be an absolute honour.
After being asked so many times what the secret was to being married for so long to Joanne Woodward, he finally responded, "I don't know what she puts in my food."
Said in an interview that a film had never made any special impact on him until he saw On the Waterfront. Good on him.
Cars was his last film, and it was the highest grossing film of his career.
Interesting. He was the visual inspiration for the illustrations of the superhero Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, when the character was introduced in 1959. Newman was 34 years old at the time.
Wow. He was a vocal supporter of gay marriage.
Aww. As he should be.
Early in his acting career, he was often mistaken for Marlon Brando. He claims to have signed around 500 autographs reading "Best wishes, Marlon Brando."
It would have been me. I would have given him one of the autographs. That's what I see. Okay, so I'm not actually crazy. Everyone else thought that he was Marlon Brando as well. He got 2 roles which were first offered to Elvis Presley, but which were turned down by Presley's manager. One was Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and the other was Sweet Bird of Youth. Happened to rhyme as well. He turned down the role of Shark Hunter Quint in Jaws.
Oh my God. He would have been great.
He said the sound he loved most is that of a V8 engine.
Oh.
He was straight. He was definitely straight.
For a Mother's Day gift, he gave his wife, Joanne Woodward, 2 hours of uninterrupted driving around the roads of Westport, Connecticut that they had never seen before. It's kind of cool.
That's so cute. He did all of his own driving in films despite his colorblindness. Does that impact your driving?
I know that I don't know if it's the same, but they weren't able to accept people in the Navy for things like that.
Yeah, you can't fly apparently if you have color blindness. It's like the plot of Little Miss Sunshine, or one of the subplots.
In the 1970s, he was thwarted by Hollywood in his desire to star in the movie version of the best-selling novel The Front Runner, about the love affair between a male coach and a male star runner. So he wanted to play gay.
He loved playing gay.
He was cast as gay in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and they cut out all the gay stuff. You just let him be gay.
Long-time supporter of gun control, yeah, baby, and a member of Handgun Control Incorporated.
Owned the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, a summer camp for children with cancer and other blood-related diseases and their siblings in Ashford, Connecticut, and also ran a discovery program for inner-city kids, also in Ashford. Just a good dude!
Speaking of being a good dude, during the 50s and 60s, he was close friends with fellow Democrat and civil rights activist Charlton Heston. In 1983, after Heston's political beliefs had moved to the right, both actors took opposing sides in a television debate on President Ronald Reagan's Star Wars defense missile program. Heston, much better briefed and prepared than Newman, was judged to have won the debate earlier. Some years later, when Newman learned that Heston was supposed to introduce him at the awards ceremony, Newman insisted that his one-time friend be replaced by the liberal Donald Sutherland. What a fucking guy.
Said he did not want his epitaph to say 2 things. 1, here lies Paul Newman, who died a failure because his eyes turned brown. And here lies the old man who wasn't a part of his time.
What a fucking guy. Like his dear friend Robert Redford, both men had firstborn sons named Scott, who predeceased their fathers. It's very sad. He was a great admirer of Jim Carrey.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Oh my God.
What a man. I love him.
I could read these all day. He's so beautiful.
He's just an all-round good dude, good beliefs, who acted on them.
Solid bloke.
And this, I would.
Yeah, 100%.
The sexiest man.
You'd have to put me down.
Okay. You can tell that he's good at it. The way Elizabeth Taylor was begging.
Well, that's it. This is what I was saying.
You were saying this about Whitney Houston.
I was saying about Whitney Houston. Elizabeth Taylor was fucking storming around that room. She was like,
yeah.
And it's like, and I literally said that in my head. I was like, it's that good, is it?
Yeah.
I believe it. Okay, time to do our Punnett square for those unfamiliar. We draw a Punnett square for our characters, and it's called Does This Fox Fuck? So along our x-axis, we have fucks, doesn't fuck, and then a y-axis is knows what sex is, doesn't know what sex is. I actually think it's around the other way, but I don't give a shit. So this isn't like, even if we see them fuck in the film, it's more of like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's more of an energy. Do they have an energy that says they're fucking? So Mike in A Long Hot Summer,
He knows what it is, and he's fucking. He's got a girl in every port, and he leaves them heartbroken and unhappy.
he
That's
is the traveling man.
he is, yeah. And Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is complicated. He knows what it is.
He wants to be fucking, but I don't
He's
think he can.
I think he was fucking Skipper, his friend. He was fucking men.
At the end of the movie, they want you to believe that he goes back to fucking what's her face, but
So I'm gonna say no. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say
if the
no
times were
because
different,
he was fucking Skipper. If the times were different, he would be fucking all the time.
yeah,
He would be
we
fucking
could definitely
men.
get it.
And I think him and Skipper just needed to be able to be in love and fuck each other.
He deserves it. I think Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Butch Cassidy knows what it is, and he's fucking.
Yeah.
He is that guy. He's rocking up. He's going to the brothel, and he's fighting them off. He has to pick one. He's like, oh Jesus, he's getting it. Morning, noon, and night.
Oh.
All right, that leads us to.
Oh my God.
Next Fox.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Before we do, I just want to say R.I.P. Paul Newman.
R.I.P. Paul Newman. If he was still alive today, he would still be getting it.
He was sexy as he was an older
Yeah,
man.
100%. He never really went out of style.
So sorry,
That's okay.
I'm very excited for the next Fox. I just thought we needed to pay our respects to Paul Newman.
I had to think long and hard about this one because
Okay.
you definitely opened up another level where I was like, do I go with somebody
Ugh.
older? I could and I will, but I'm like, you made a comment in our last
Oh no.
episode where I mentioned an actor and you were like, oh, you really like this person, don't you? And I was like thinking about it and I was like, yes, I do.
Oh.
And that's why our next Fox is James Gandolfini.
Yeah. Okay.
Rest in peace, James Gandolfini.
Another dead man. Oh.
My heart beats for one, James Gandolfini.
I'm not super familiar with his work. I've never seen The Sopranos.
Mhm.
So this is going to be an interesting
watch.
Because I always associate with him with TV.
Yeah.
But he's done a decent amount of film.
Sounded good for you.
Okay.
He is a very talented actor, and so I'm very excited to explore his filmography outside of The Sopranos a bit more and just look at lots of screen time with James Gandolfini.
Oh my God.
That's a hunky man.
That's a man.
Big Daddy.
Oh my God. He would have made a great big
He would have
Big
been a
Daddy.
great Big Daddy. If they redid Cow on a Hot Tin Roof, he could have been Big Daddy.
Yeah. I'd love to play Big Daddy in a play.
In a play production.
In about 30 years.
I'll play Big Mama.
Great.
And then I can pretend to, like, when the kids are marching around with the fucking Confederate flag, the heathens. All right, let's jump on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Mike, what are you giving A Long Hot Summer?
Long Hot Summer is a hard one because he was just indescribably sexy.
Oh, yeah.
But the film wasn't great. I think it's a 3 stars.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I think
that's
3
solid.
stars, yeah. I was tossing it between 3 and 3.5, and I think 3 stars is where it's at for
Quite
me.
solid.
Yeah. And Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is a 4-star for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's a classic.
I think that's such a shout.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to give Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, I think it's going to be a 4-star. I really liked that film. Like I said, it was surprisingly modern. It was really fun, but also not like crazy long. Like it moved really nicely. It was also, I think, a lot of gay subtext,
Yeah.
which I'm a big fan of. And Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, I obviously haven't fully finished it yet, so I need to finish it before I give it a rating. But it's probably going to be up somewhere around the 4s because I'm
Nice.
thoroughly enjoying
Okay.
it so far. But what's not to enjoy about Elizabeth Taylor and Paul Newman?
Oh,
God, he's honestly one of the strongest people I've ever met to stand there and pretend not to want Elizabeth Taylor.
I know.
But, So, also, I forgot to ask, Mike, where can we find you on Letterboxd?
Oh yeah, right, yeah. Letterboxd and Instagram, same thing. You can find me at One Hat Matter. That's ONEHATMADDER. What about you?
You can find me on Letterboxd at Dixie Normus 69. That's DIXIENORMOUS 69. If you also want to follow our podcast accounts, you can get us on Instagram at the Silver Fox Office, and we've also got an email address if you want to submit us your Fox ideas or your request to be on the show or anything else. You can get us at thesilverfoxoffice@gmail.com.
Nice.
Shout out to our good friend Steve Buscemi, who has been underrepresented this episode.
Patron saint of the Silver Fox Office. He is always in our hearts. He's always in our minds. He's always in our groins.
I sent Mike a salacious photo of John Waters the other day.
Yeah.
It was really good. And it reminded me of the fact that one year for his Christmas card, John Waters got Steve Buscemi to dress up as him, which is just like wearing a turtleneck.
Yeah.
Took photos and then sent that out as his Christmas card, being like, Merry Christmas from John Waters, but as Steve Buscemi.
That's pretty good.
If I had received that framed above the mantelpiece.
Oh.
Steve Buscemi is always there on the back of my mind.
Are we ever going to revisit Steve, do you think? We're going to do another...
We're going to have to, because we're going to have to do like a Steve Buscemi, because what I would like to do, because he's one of our most influential Foxes, is bring him back, re-look at his films, be like, are our picks still the same? Do I still think it's Reservoir Dogs? Do you still think it's Parting Glances?
Yes.
Like, there might be some new answers, because I've only covered about 5% of his filmography. Letterboxd tells me those are rookie numbers, need to bump them up.
What if he had a cameo? We would pay for that. To get him to give us a shout out.
We would have to pull together all of our money to do that. Even if it costs like hundreds of dollars, I'd be like, I'm going to start saving. Oh, God. Steve Buscemi, we love you.
Love you. Before we go, I actually wanted to promo something.
Yes, please do.
I think it comes out on Monday. So this comes out on a Wednesday, so it should already be in your podcast feed. But yesterday I went round to Jamie and Cassandra's and did a episode of Mixed Bag with them. It is Mixed Bag Mysteries, so it's a little bit different. You'll have to listen to find out. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. So go have a listen to that and let me know what you think.
How good.
What fun it was.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait to give it a listen. All right. Well, thank you very much for listening to this episode. Shout out Steve Buscemi. Shout out to the spirit of Paul Newman. Oh, beautiful man.
Love you, Paul. Love you, Steve.
Thank you for your contributions to not only the film industry, but the salad dressing industry.
And
everything else.
My life.
All right. We will see you next time.
Bye, friends.
Matewa.